As a child, I never drank soup. लेकिन आजकल I don't drink soup, I actually eat soup. Now this recipe which I am making is a lovely, creamy pumpkin and lentil soup. Now we're going to be cooking this recipe very beautifully, an original recipe, and you know what? ये जो recipe है ना, it can go in various directions. You want to go completely Asian, so I would use ginger, which I'm already using. I would also use things like soya sauce in this recipe to make it really, really Asian. But I'm going kind of urban Indian, where I'm going to be using this amazing spices and ginger, garlic and chilies to make this normally a very boring kind of soup, as they call it, to the most delicious thing that you have cooked in a long time. Now first things first, I have a nice hot pan here into which I'm just adding about a teaspoon and a half of a nice lovely light vegetable oil. Some spices to spice up our life. So we've got एक elaichi, we've got a small stick of cinnamon, and then we have some star anise. Okay, these are these three spices which I love to play with, and हल्का से इसको हम heat कर देते हैं. So as you know, when spices start heating up, they get really nice and fragrant because all the oils come up. This is a beautiful, really nice fragrance here. A nice one medium-sized onion, finely chopped. You don't have to worry about how big or small you've cut your vegetables because we are going to be blending this soup. But yes, when you cut them a little smaller, they cook evenly much faster. We've got a teaspoon of ginger, garlic, well optional, I like garlic, half a teaspoon of garlic, 2 or 3 lovely fresh bird eye chilies, okay. So there's a lovely base which is going on. Now at this stage, when your onions and garlic and ginger go a little translucent, okay, now they start getting a little soft. At that time, I'm going to be adding my pumpkin, okay. Just cut roughly into chunks. Give this a nice mix over here. And then I have some moong dal, okay, which I have soaked for about an hour, hour and a half. That's all you need because moong dal बहुत जल्दी पकती है. And literally I've got about a cup of moong dal which I'm adding in here, okay. So give this a really nice mix. Now at this stage, I love to भूनोफाई, okay. अच्छी तरह हम इसको भूनने वाले हैं, okay. So literally, the dal gets a little toasted. Even the lentil gets a really nice toasted flavor before I add my other powdered spices in this. अब our spices, okay. So अभी हम डालेंगे इसमें definitely नमक, okay, स्वाद अनुसार, a little bit of black pepper. I've got a third of a teaspoon of haldi यानी कि turmeric. I'm adding a little bit of coriander powder, a touch of cumin powder in here, and thoda sa, just a third of a teaspoon of some Kashmiri red chili. So you can see this has got a really nice flavorful profile already, okay. उसको अब अच्छी तरह भून देते हैं इसी तरह. And the best part of this is that you don't need anything like a potato or any starch that मुझे soup एकदम गाढ़ा करना है. Nothing like that, okay. So this is going to be cooking along for about 15 to 20 minutes, okay. I'm going to top this up with water. So literally I am using, if I've got 500 grams of vegetables, I use almost like double the quantity of water because now it's going to be reducing, the vegetables are cooking, and then it's going to be perfectly cooked as per my liking. I also have a few, one medium-sized tomato which I like to add into this, lovely. and then we shall finish it later. Now ये चलो हमारी base तो ready हो गई, but what is really going to make this soup a complete winner is Rich's Versatie Gold Cooking Cream. Now this is completely amazing because this is going to give the soup a fabulous mouthfeel, a really nice creamy texture, which is definitely desired by all you people. So I'm going to let this simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes and I'm going to be back soon. Now the soup has really simmered down to almost half its volume. This is exactly when I want to start blending the soup. But guys, it's not over. The real deal is still to come. So be careful when you do this, guys. My blender which I'm using here is a professional blender. I can blend when the soup is hot at high speed, but what I suggest this, don't try this at home. Wait for your soup to completely cool down before you actually blend it, yeah? Very important. So we have a really nice, lovely blend of pumpkin, spices, lentils. Now just look at that. So we have a really nice puree of lentil, pumpkins, spices जो आपने देखे हैं, लेकिन it's not yet ready for me because I'm going to be adding Rich's Versatie Gold Cooking Cream to give me that amazing real deal creaminess, okay? And I'll tell you, this has such a good mouthfeel and it's unbelievable. Literally, the only way I love to encourage all my children and younger generation to eat soup is by making delicious recipes like this. And when you have a product like this, there's no looking back. So we've got our cream which is beautifully emulsifying in the soup, making this a delicious and rich delight to eat. Great flavor, great nutrition and absolute mouth taste. So we're going to be pouring our soup in now. We're going to be garnishing this with a little bit of nutmeg. Now nutmeg is also one spice which goes really well with pumpkin, potatoes. So definitely whenever I make a pumpkin soup or something with potato, I love to add a touch of nutmeg. And here it is. So we have a little bit of nutmeg, which is beautiful, gives a very nice warmth, homely feel to it. And as an option, I also have some lovely pumpkin seeds. So you can even serve some pumpkin seeds on the side, or we just sprinkle our pumpkin seeds right over here. Brilliant. So our creamy, delicious lentil and pumpkin soup ready.